Hey guys, such a warmonger here, and you're watching 3 versus 3 Kingdom of Heaven. And we've got a special guest today. It's IX Assassin. He's here commentating with me.
The one and only. Listen, the demand was extremely high since the last time I was on your YouTube channel. I saw comments, thousands of them, saying how much they wanted me to come back. So thank you for having me again.
Oh yeah, high demand, high demand.
High demand.
Okay, so
Have you started?
yeah, we have.
I'm at 50 seconds.
I'm at 1 minute 20 seconds.
Alright, I'm gonna speed up.
Well, I'm gonna pause it so you can catch up.
I'm at 24, 25, 26, 27, like minutes, 30, minute 20, 31, 32, 34, 35, 36. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm at almost 2 minutes. How about you?
I'm at 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 2 minutes now.
Alright. Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way,
Yeah.
the attackers have spawned on the southeast, and player 1 blue, we've got Arthur. I know it says Olivier Santal, but he likes to be called Arthur. In player 2 cyan, we've got Pendragon. And in player 3 green, we've got Webber, even though it says Walter Hartwell White. He likes to be called Webber. So they are the Iovids. And over on the defending side, we've got myself in gray, playing as the Romans, such a warmonger. And in player 5 orange, we've got IX Assassin, playing as the Byzantines. And in player 6 red, we've got Cam, playing as the Persians, who also default to Byzantines.
Yep. So I just want to explain what I was flaring at the start of the game. We were all talking to each other, we were on VCs, their team and our team. So I was telling, so the northern flares that I just did was to explain that I wanted us to start like scouting out and make sure that they're not moving. Because at this stage of the game, I only found blue and green to be in one spot. But as you can see, teal's at like the very, very back of their little base that they've set up. I didn't really know where teal was.
Yeah, so here I am. I'm walking into, well, not walking, running into Teal's base, finding out that all 3 players have decided to basically camp in the same spot. What did you think of that when you saw it?
I was, if anything, I was extremely glad because I knew it was going to be an easy match. When people don't split up, it really makes it easy for the defenders because the defenders just need to hold one spot. So as an attacker, the best thing to do is to have 2 people on one side and to have 1 person on another. But the 1 person, they should be at a sort of like key point. Like, don't have them by the Zion gate. Don't start like setting up by the random tower. Like, set up somewhere like, for example, the Tower of David Keep, Tancred's Tower. Like, somewhere around those spots where if you destroy it, it's amazing. This will really disorient the defenders, but never, like, bunch up in one spot.
I agree. The only way that bunching up in one spot would work is if you're just a better player and you're really confident in your abilities. But even then, it makes it just harder for you. It makes it easier if you even just sort of spreading. So right now, Assassin, I'm showing them that if they kind of even just spread a little north, like over here, and a little west over here, that kind of allows them to attack maybe the postern of the Tanners easier, or even the Golden Gate. But no, just staying where they are, it kind of just makes it obvious that they're just going to attack over here in the corner, which I think is what happens.
Yeah, they do. But the thing is, they didn't really branch out, as you guys will see. If anything, they just attacked it with own units, and the towers are firing down on their own units. It was a complete mess. But anyways, right now what we're doing as defenders, we're starting to gather up all of the stone on the eastern front, which in the long run will deny the attackers the ability to create trebuchets, because trebuchets, if you didn't know, they cost stone. I don't remember how much it is. I think it's 140 stone per trebuchet. with obviously some wood price. I still don't know. Warmonger can fill that in.
Yeah,
How much
it's
is the
like
price?
150 stone and something gold and something
God.
wood.
So, anyways, I've right now spotted Pendragon. I fled a couple of minutes ago, or a couple of seconds ago. I spotted Pendragon moving his army south, which I expected he would be coming over to raid our Woodline. Now, I must admit, I didn't send enough units, and I didn't send a strong enough army to defend it. And as you'll see, I stupidly send my Cataphracts and my Dakarkos back to the dome. But right now
Yeah,
I'm explaining my battle plan. Sorry, let me just say this. So my battle plan for this entire game was to try and assault the attackers. Like, not a lot of people ever think about this, attacking the attackers. A lot of people just sit and defend. I want to try and do something different, and you guys will see later how that works out.
yeah, because the attackers, this is a legitimate strategy depending on where they set up and how they use it, but the attackers seem to want to create a super base with tiered walls and defenses, which could be a good strategy if they also make
So here comes Teal.
if they also make other. Oh yeah, here comes Teal. He's starting to raid the stone of
Yep.
assassin.
And then here comes units. Very sadly gets surrounded.
So who gets surrounded? Oh yeah, it's your men. And then here we're pulling back our vills because it's kind of annoying to have to remake them. Because the same place you make vills as a defender is the same place you make horse archers and light cavalry.
Kind of annoying. No. We have to save the villagers. What do you mean it's kind of annoying? We have to save lives. They're human lives.
Yeah, exactly. So save the villagers so you can keep on making horse archers and light cavalry.
In the meantime, looking at the attacker's base, I must admit it is a little bit stupid what they have done. Splitting up their command tents, their supply depots, what they really should have done is placed it near Pendragon's supply camp, the supply depot. And what they should have done also is on the north, the wall is facing north, to the north, right,
Yeah.
northwest. The
Yeah.
wall right there, which is Pendragon's, it really, that wall right there should have, there should have been a bunch of camps, outside the wall. So in case they were being raided during the night, you could be notified before they managed to reach your supply depot and your command tents.
That is actually
Sadly,
something I do too.
very foolishly, Webber has left his elite tents outside of the walls, which is a completely big problem.
So yeah, building your barracks and your archery ranges outside the walls does add another layer of protection. Using just barracks or archery ranges as the walls themselves is not as good because tents are easier to destroy than walls. So having both, just kind of like how Arthur has his walls, is pretty good. So you can see that at nighttime you don't have any vision of these walls. These walls aren't yours. They're just walls. So they don't provide any vision like Assassin was saying.
Which is why it's always best to make around 3 layers of barracks, a little bit spread out. So that if any attackers would be coming over, like with cav archers, for example, you can just spot it a little bit ahead of time before they manage to reach your base, and you can start sending villagers back to start repairing the depots and army to start clearing out the attacking forces. The defending attacking forces, that is.
So now it is nighttime. It just maybe about 30 seconds ago it turned into 9 p.m., which is when nighttime starts. And at nighttime, you cannot see your allies, and your vision is reduced significantly. This affects both sides pretty harshly. So both sides need to be vigilant.
The only good thing about sticking together as an attacker, because at the end of the day, you see each other during the nighttime if you set up your base in one spot together.
So it looks like Webber has decided as his first target to hit the western Hulda Tower, which is not even an outer tower. And it does not...
It's still not a bad idea. Honestly, I would have also hit that too. because like not a lot of people would have expected it. But luckily, we just managed to notice it.
It is easier to repair though. That's what I was gonna say.
That is true.
So like as a first target, I prefer it if he even just hit a wall because there won't be any notifications to anybody, or maybe like a gate. Maybe one of the golden gates.
But anyways, right now, if Warmonger, if you want, you can cut to my perspective. I am organizing my frontal assault against the attackers. And like this should have went really bad, and you'll see how it goes. But I'm amassing up a bunch of cavalry, which is going to be my main army, like running around hitting them. I have some what are these guys called again? Scoutatos.
Scoutatoy?
Spearmen.
Oh, Scoutatos?
Squitatoy. Skitty titties. We have some archers around here.
Yeah, I didn't want to rename the spearmen and the archers.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
Scoutatos were renamed because they do have a little bit of a special thing to where if there are any Decarcos near them, the Carcos are basically reskinned Centurions, so the Scoutatos or the Scoutatoi will attack faster.
Right, so the flare I just sent, I was telling Cam to keep some units alongside the entire wall because we had no idea where they'd be coming from. And me and Warmonger were organizing a sort of assault. But now we can see Arthur beginning the actual first assault on the inner Golden Gate. The issue is with his assault, he's extremely close to the wall. He's too close to the wall, and he hasn't even garrisoned his battering rams. Which makes them really slow.
What is interesting about this attack was I couldn't see where it was going. I heard the battering rams hitting the wall, and I was looking, and I didn't notice that there was that one little battering ram hitting the north, and also he was starting to shoot his use his archers to shoot into our position. So I'm gonna go back to capture age. Just assume that everybody knows it's nighttime. I finally figured out that the attack is coming from there. And thankfully, I've got Cam fighting. So this part, I didn't see. I didn't know this was happening, by the way.
I sent my arch start hitting Pendragon's cavalry, extremely effective. And I was also telling Warmonger to the north to start pushing in, to start raiding their supply depots and their command tents.
Yeah, here comes my.
Anyways, at the moment I take out the Trebuchet, but this was the most crucial and fatal point for them. Actually, no, it wasn't. That didn't raid.
Now,
okay,
I did not notice that Pendragon had a whole bunch of battering rams attacking at that point because I was too focused on trying to take down the command tents and the elite tents in my raid.
Anyways, at the moment I am fighting Webber's entire army with a couple of Pendragon odd soldiers. Archers. My archers are cleaning up his spearmen. The only issue with me was the entire path thing, because now once the Pendragon destroyed this wall to the side, my units, instead of going down to the Zion gates, which is where I usually sent all my units, now they were going all the way around where Pendragon made the initial opening. Which was extremely annoying.
Yeah, take note, it's nighttime and I didn't know this was happening, this battle. All I could hear was Assassin telling me what was going on his side, and Cam telling me what was going on his side. But there was
and you see it went really good. I forced Pendragon to move back a little bit with his spearmen.
You can see I didn't know that these battering rams were even doing anything. It took me by surprise. Yeah. So here comes, the wall goes down now. And now they're coming in.
A bit of an odd decision from Pendragon not to continue breaking the wall and instead to go in with the rams. I'm not really sure why he did that, because a larger gap is always much better than a small little tight gap.
I agree with that. Like, he could have continued taking these walls down and made a bigger gap. But here I'm still trying to take these elite tents down. I take one elite tent down right now, and I'm trying to target
really good.
trying to target the command tent. Oh, I didn't finish it off. I realized that.
Oh yeah.
But now we
finish up Teal's command tent.
Yeah. Here comes Pendragon with a pure spearman army, which in this case, actually there were swordsmen in it, but the front line of swordsmen is melting. Spearman.
It's a bit of a shame.
Go ahead.
That Pendragon didn't have a bunch of support. I mean, to be fair, I did train Webber's entire army. And I had retreated so I can start regrouping. Now, I thought at this point that it was over for us, the Pendragon was in, because it's nighttime, I didn't see anything. But once I heard that they had it under control, I sent my army back outside to prepare for another external assault.
Okay,
but anyways, you've managed to destroy
an elite tent, I think?
Command tent?
Oh, command tent, yes.
Yeah.
I could have taken down Webber's command tent, I just didn't know it was still
that is true.
In danger.
You could have taken all the command tents.
Yeah. So we've stabilized, so that's the power. That's the problem with having a spear-heavy army. Is they're good against cavalry, and they can do fairly okay against swordsmen, but they cannot be the backbone if you're facing a lot of swordsmen or higher tier units like sergeants or elite. Anything higher than this, other spearmen. Like you need
Not to mention,
support.
you should at least have some sort of backup.
Yeah.
Like at least have like 2 people, because right there, on that point, it was only Pendragon fighting this, and there's Archer fire on him, there's Tower fire on him. And Pendragon is fighting in a small little tight opening with no external help, with only, what, less than 60 horse archers being his main.
Arthur also could have like brought several battering rams with him to push the issue of the Golden Gate harder. He's not really applying too much pressure against the Golden Gate, and it's nighttime. This would be the time to do it because archers are not as effective. But it is 5 a.m. It's daytime now, so now we can see everything.
And a very, very bad thing about the attackers at the moment is, for example, as you can see, Arthur didn't place the Trebuchet too far back, which allowed that Trebuchet itself to be ranged by archers, which Warmonger just takes complete advantage of, and that Trebuchet, as you see right now, has fallen. And the issue with what they're doing at the moment is that we, as the defenders, have taken all external stone from the southern side, the northern side, and the eastern side, meaning that the attackers right now at the moment, they have no way to make trebuchets apart from sending resources, which instead of them making it on army, they're going to be selling it to buy stone to then create trebuchets if they want to ever make trebuchets.
Yeah, they really need to push us off stone is what they need to do. They need to, but it's sort of too late. We've already mined it out, like Assassin said. I mean, I don't know where else there's any stone left, really. There's only one spot,
what
I
would have done
right here.
At this stage of the game, what I would have done is I would have just like backed up my entire army, made a massive stack of horse archers, had whatever cap units they have, and just go in. Anyways, now it is my time for my second assault, but this is where I noticed something extremely important: their entire exposed woodline, and I take full advantage. I take complete full advantage.
This is their economy. That's 14 builds from Pendragon, and then basically all their builds, pretty much, being raided. Arthur's the only one who saved some builds.
And the worst part is, no one has even noticed this. Like, sure, Pendragon notices this, but no one else is sending their army down to fight me. They've just allowed it.
It's not that difficult to restock your villagers. The problem is, it takes a while. So you don't want to, no matter what side you're on, you don't want to lose your bills, even though they're cheap.
And I'm gonna switch to that perspective. Oh no, oh god, they had a lot of resources. Just when you're an attacker, guys, do not forget to actually spam units. Because I see right now I'm watching Pendragon's perspective. He has a lot of resources. I'm seeing Walter White. Oh my god.
They actually have a ton of food.
Don't forget to stack up and make a bunch of buildings. Like, make so many buildings to the point where you have no wood and you're forced to have to go and get external wood in order to make archers or horse archers.
They do.
Just make a bunch of buildings so that when you're being assaulted by the the defenders, you can just instantly rise up an army.
They actually have enough food to rebuild a whole bunch of buildings, like he's saying.
I know, I'm watching. I'm seeing their perspective.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
They have extreme amount of resources.
I believe Pendragon's the only one who's close to spending his resources. Arthur, his population is 239. So that's his excuse for floating resources. But Webber, his population is 70, and he can definitely make more units.
At this stage of the game, honestly, Warmong, I must admit that he should just be max pop. You should have already thought about your game plan. You should have already thought what army you wanted to be using. At this point, you should just be at max population, in my opinion. Anyways, my assault continues. I am taking on Pendragon's horse archers, which they, in the end, die.
So
there's a sort of skirmish outside of the inner golden gates.
I'm realizing Webber
being massacred.
Webber is heavy on the horse archers and heavy, like he has mangonels that are not protected by any melee units. That's a big mistake. In fact, their whole army is exposed. Their whole camp is exposed.
Yep. Anyways, I see that Arthur is flaring his teammates wanting the danger that I am. And this is where I tell Warmonger, bro, go all in. I'm wrecking them, go all in. It's over for these guys. And I must admit, this was the downfall of the attackers.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the true blame was that they just didn't make enough tents. All they had to do was make tents.
Not enough tents, not enough ways to spend their food. I don't even see that much, they're still not spending food, actually. Arthur is starting to spend his food. Arthur is starting to panic a little bit.
Yeah, Arthur is starting to spend his resources, but he's making it on spearmen.
Now, something I will say, if you're having a hard time fending off horse archers that are harassing your camp, or harassing you in general, that's what light cavalry are for. So light cavalry are trained in the same building that horse archers are trained, but light cavalry are faster, and they can deflect one ranged shot, and all ranged units have minimum range, so they'll make short work of any kind of horse archer harassment. The horse archers will be forced to retreat unless they have backup.
Yep. Anyways, I did want to just note, mark on the fact how I took out Green's, what tent did I take out? Command tent, so you need 10, I'm not sure which tent I took out. But thanks to Warmonger's early scouting, and because the attackers set up their base in one spot, I was able to see this camp and just target it with my archers, which is what I did.
Yeah, because every ranged unit has attack ground as one of their abilities.
And right now I'm targeting Walter's supply depot, which is also now gone. In the meantime, my cataphracts are holding off any army, my legionaries also holding off any army, and with my archers, I'm just targeting their buildings. You see that yes, Arthur's archers are targeting my archers, but you know, a little bit of suicide never hurt anyone.
I'm surprised you didn't take down the command tent didn't go down.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised also. I'm a bit sad I didn't see it. But now this is where Warmonger was like, let's go back. I think we're overextending, and to be fair, we were ever so slightly.
Yeah, if you look at our resources, we were low on food, everybody was.
Yeah.
You have to know when to fall back. You have to know when to fall back.
Which is what we do. Leaving the attackers in complete anarchy.
And here, I leave my horse archers alone because I wasn't looking, and they're starting to get slaughtered on the top of their base. And because of Age of Empires 2 pathing, I lose more than I needed to. So yeah, like I said, light cavalry would have shut this harassment down easily.
Oh, look at that traffic jam at the gate of chain.
Oh boy. I actually went into the editor and tried to like add more Gaia objects to the left and to the right, and hopefully that'll help. But I really think it's Age of Empires 2, to be honest. They need to fix their pathing. And here comes Pendragon. Now he's starting to build more tents.
Yep.
Arthur.
I'd imagine I told him.
Arthur has used up all his food. He's at 161 pop. It's never a good sign when the defenders have a higher pop than the attackers.
Which is why I'm telling you guys, whenever you're attacking, just do not forget to spam buildings and units. You have the resources, and if you use your army well, you can always defeat the defenders, no matter what they do.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you can't beat me, but like, that's that's just...
There was a lot of communication in this game. That's something that you can't see as a viewer, but we were constantly communicating, especially Assassin.
Mostly me screaming about how happy I was.
Yeah, and telling me when to attack. For example, when Assassin would come in, he would tell me that the enemy is distracted, and then my horse archers could come in from the north and then just attack. Pendragon is continuing to make a pure spearman army, which will never win against a mixed army of swordsmen, spearmen, and elite units.
The reason we went mixed is because having your main chunky cavalry, like my cataphracts and my decartos, to fight their chunky cavalry, which I'm not too sure what they're called. For example, their gulams, their... no, I found it, their kasaki. It's always better to have a couple of spearmen with your cataphracts to stop, just, you know, pointing their chunky cav. They got them down even quicker.
Here comes the one Kasaki being protected.
What a legend.
He's being protected by the walls from getting hit by any arrows. The only arrow that's hitting him is the actual tower arrow. In fact,
his teammates' arrows.
And his teammates' arrows, actually. So there is friendly fire here.
Actually, it's his own arrows. Oh, what a guy.
But that's how the projectiles work. He is being protected from getting hit by this wall.
And guys, guess what time it is? I'm once again preparing my third assault, which the defenders have not learned their lesson. I mean, the attackers have not learned their lesson. They haven't fortified their exactly southern border, which I knew. Like, thanks to Warmonger scouting with his heavy cavalry archers and with that scout early on in the game, I still know where Pendragon's command tent, elite tent, and where Arthur's elite tent, I believe, is located.
You can just take a look at the how the map is set up. This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the game. They have boxed themselves into a corner, and they have never spread out. And there was a chance where they could maybe spread out, but now they're basically boxed in because Assassin has the south covered, and I've got the north covered with light cav scouting and horse archers.
Yep.
Actually, right now...
The thing is...
Yeah, actually, yeah. There's no
They're
way.
attacking a point. They're attacking like an actual like mountain point, you know, like a sort of like on an edge. And it's... Unless you plan on destroying the entire edge, don't bother attacking. But as you can see, they just have like little small gaps. And their army is constantly going to be badly pathed. Like, they're going to be bumping into each other, going to be bumping into the wall. And it's going to take a while for them to even reach, like, the actual dome square.
Yeah.
Or rectangle, I guess.
I would say there is a little bit of space just to the right of Assassin's muster point, where there's a farmland. Somebody could have started building maybe some walls over there.
If anything, I would have said that someone should have started their elite tent base right there, if anything.
Yeah.
So that someone would have like a army close to this point to cover the side.
Yeah.
But right now, the defenders, they're not getting any wood. No wood being collected by the defenders. And I want to just check, but they have wood, but they have no food.
They should... I mean, they can still build tents. Like, For the like
They
Arthur.
can, but they're not doing it.
Arthur only has
would.
12 barracks and 7 archery ranges, which the defenders have 12 barracks, so they're not outproducing us. If they want to, they should have maybe like even 14 to 20 to maybe even 25 barracks, so they could just
Also, I will
outmass
want to say
us.
another issue. I just remembered. They're not raiding.
No, they're
They've
not
allowed
raiding.
us to collect wood, like we've been collecting wood for the entire duration of the game.
That's true.
And they're not scouting out also. This is why I've managed to time and time again just attack them from the side.
I think at this point
As
they're
has
thinking of
Warmonger.
survival because of all of your assaults and our raids. But you gotta figure out a way to just flip your mind and think, we are the attackers, we get more food than defenders, naturally. Like, it's designed to have more food. Oh my god, Cam has such a large cavalry force.
Cam has the army that I have told him to make. Look at that beautiful army. Look at that.
My god.
Anyways, can you tell me what the Scythicos are? Like, what is so special about the Scythicos?
They're just medium cavalry with a charge attack. So, you know your sergeants of the Crusaders? They're about...
Right.
They're close to being just as powerful as them, except slightly weaker. So they're faster too, so they can scare away horse archers. And they're cheaper, faster, easier to mass because they also train faster.
Right.
So mixed in with your cav. For example, you went Decarcos, which are good, but they're more expensive in gold, so you don't have as many. And the Carcos are supposed to be used in tandem with the Scutatoi. Whereas the Scythicos, or if you go play Romans, then your Latinicos, you just mix them in. They're just faster, they're good raiding units. Anyway, here come the attackers. They're making their possibly final push.
It is. Just exactly for nighttime.
I would say Webber, he decided his gold units were going to be predominantly... Actually, these are not gold units. These are just horse archers. Oh wait, yeah, they are gold units. Predominantly horse archers, which are not being used for harassment or contributing in any way except as archers. So he might as well just make the non-gold archers and make more gold units, gold melee units.
And now this is where I begin the final assault. And again, as I was saying, they're not covering all points. You can see my 42, 43 cavalry charging in. I have warrior priests alongside to heal me up. And Pendragon's all his tents gone.
So for reference, Cataphract is very hard to, it takes long to train. And Assassin has 27 Cataphracts. And Cam has 23 Cataphracts. The equivalent would be Kasaki. And I think I only see 4 Kasaki from Webber. And Pendragon, I'm not even sure he has 1 Kasaki.
And now I tell Warmonger to charge in. They're distracted, which they aren't really distracted. I'm just assaulting. I hope they were distracted, but they weren't coming. But I just told Warmonger, go all in.
Arthur has 10 Kasaki. So it's a little bit of a mismatch.
But the attackers again, they forgot the most important thing. Siege!
That's
They're forgetting
true.
Buildings, and they're now forgetting siege.
That is true. There are
And
no
they're just-
siege
and
weapons.
they're just ignoring me. They're allowing me to destroy their tents. Right now I've attacked Arthur's tents. I've been attacking Webber's tents, and I've been attacking Pendragon's tents.
It is nighttime,
And
that's probably
now-
why. It's been the nighttime for the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, but they should at least notice that they're being attacked on the minimap. It should show even if it is nighttime.
And
They know
now,
that I'm not anywhere near the Damascus gate.
Arthur's only
on the-
Kasaki are now getting pushed away.
And now I destroy their entire tent so they can't bring out reinforcements from my archers. And when my archers, I'm moving in and in and in, trying to reach, just ever so slight, trying to reach Arthur's command tent and elite tent, which I start hitting.
Okay. Yeah.
This is also when I tell Warmonger to just go in.
And here I am at the back, trying to target their command tents and elite tents to bring their morale down. Let's go into the in-game, actually. So you can see the attackers are already at 28% morale.
Pendragon's still committing to the assault with Arthur. They're not bringing back enough units.
They brought down to
this will ultimately
13%
be the
morale.
And right now, Arthur's command tent, it goes down.
There it is. And that's the end. Okie dokie. Let's think about what the defenders could have done. First of all, I guess make more tents.
That's, we've said like thousands of times.
Yeah, like barracks.
Replay.
I know, I'm trying to think. Spread out.
We've said everything you need to do. Spread
think we
out,
have.
make a better base. If you want to do something, like keep all of your tents at the very, very back of the, like at the edge of the wall, and then have like a bunch of tents surround, like make like sort of like an oval shape, or make sort of like a rectangle. But make sure that those tents and these walls are quite far away, you know, or at least have the walls close to the elite tents, supply depots, and make sure they surround. But have like a bunch of army camps surrounding the supply depots, elite tents, and command tents.
Yeah. Yeah. Provide vision and everything. Alright, well.
Sort out what army you're going to be going for, and that's about it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I really don't.
Pay attention during nighttime, and communication is key.
I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.